Today we're at Mike McCabe's house. We're going to show off his two cars. He's got a 69 GTX and the 64 426 4-speed max wedge Dodge. We're going to go into what the car is, what he's done to it, what kind of car events he goes to, and why this car means so much to him.
So I'm going to tell you a story about my 64 Dodge here. This car was originally built as a 426 4-speed car. The only history I have on it is that it was raced for a couple of years in the Memphis area. Then it ended up in a guy's garage in Scottsdale, Arizona, and sat for 30 years without a motor. I bought it from a fellow in Indiana that was a Mopar restorer, and he had started on it, and when he got it, it was red and had decals on it like kind of might have been a race car. So he blasted it, told me there's no rust in it at all, it has very few miles on it, and painted it back the original color. This is WW1 white. And he put a legendary correct black interior in it. And when I got the car, I met Wayne from some other supercars, and we didn't know what the motor was. Turns out it's a 440, and I've dressed it up to make it look like a max wedge as much as I could. Originally, my wife and I wanted to drive the car a lot, so Wayne ended up telling me it had 10-to-1 compression, which is fine. We put smaller carburetors on it. The top end is all that Rick Allison stuff from A&A Transmissions. It's got a small dual disc clutch in it, very easy to drive. The car runs great, it doesn't get hot, it doesn't foul spark plugs. We drive it around town. At car shows we drive it around. The one thing it's not is a road car. It's got a 410 gear, sure grip in 8 3/4 rear end, and 2 carburetors that run all the time. So it's not a very good car for the highway. But very nice, fun car to drive, gets a lot of attention. It's won a lot of awards. It's won 10 picks at the Good Guys show, lots of local car shows, best of show and best engine. And it's just a fun car. A lot of people like to look at it. Not many people know anything about it. That's the story I know of it so far. We got invited to take this car to Los Angeles 3 years ago for the Grand National Roadster Show. So we shipped it out there and had a really good time with it. About a month after that, I got invited to a Concours d'Elegance, which I'd never been to, don't have fancy enough clothes. The stupid thing ended up going up there to Des Moines, Iowa and winning that Concours d'Elegance. I was just telling some friends the other day, I'm 84 years old now, my wife's 83, and I've been falling a lot, and I'm afraid I'm gonna fall in myself. So I've been kind of thinking about maybe letting this car go to somebody else that would take care of it. You know, just a thought. This is my other car that we want to show you. It's a 69 GTX 440 6-pack. I bought it from a guy in Tulsa. I'd seen the car quite a few times at car shows and always liked it. He was moving out of town and I bought it from him. And when I found it in his garage, there was a pair of slicks with it. So I asked him if I could have them and he said, yeah, well that got me started racing the thing. Then that got me hooked up with some other supercars and had 3 or 4 motors in it. The current one is in it. It's got the car down into the 1150s. I started out wanting to run 13s. Then I wanted to run 12s. Then I wanted to run 11s. Well, now I'm at 1150, which is the NHRA rule for where you have to have a roll bar in. Don't want to put a roll bar in a car. It's too nice of a car. Again, it's just a fun car to drive. It's fast enough to give you a good ride. It's not an original car at all. It was originally gold. It's had, I don't know how many motors in it. Fun car to drive around town a lot. It's noisy and rattly and just a neat old car.